जहां हो जाए मुकाबला।
Let's focus on Rajasthan and then Karishma Hasnath joins us with the dynamic of Mizoram where the BJP might just say, ठीक है आपने हिंदी आर्टलैंड में शायद हमसे एक स्टेट छीन लिया बट हमने नॉर्थ ईस्ट को तो कांग्रेस मुक्त कर दिया. That's also possible. We'll talk about that. But let's focus on Rajasthan. Shripal ji, from News 18 Rajasthan with us. Pratik is there. He's also travelled extensively in Rajasthan and then in the studio we have a few people who have done there. Rajasthan की धूल भी खा के आए हैं. टेस्ट कैसा लग रहा है वहां का? We'll ask them. But first, Shripal ji, is EVM going to be dominate the discourse on December 11th? Or what is going to be the factor that will work for the Congress or perhaps for the BJP? What do you make of the exit polls?
देखिए, जो एग्जिट पोल आया है उसके हिसाब से यहां का माहौल दिख रहा है. अभी तक जो हमने अलग अलग जगह से रिपोर्ट ली है उसके हिसाब से 59 सीट ऐसी है जहां पर बीजेपी की जीत श्योर मानी जा रही है और 114 ये कांग्रेस के पक्ष में है. 26 सीट ऐसी हैं जो ट्रायंगल में फंसी हुई है और उसी से बीजेपी को उम्मीद है. हालांकि बीजेपी अभी भी मान करके चल रही है कि वो सत्ता के करीब है, लेकिन जो एग्जिट पोल आए हैं और जो ग्राउंड रिपोर्ट हमने ली है अलग अलग हमारे संवाददाताओं के जरिए, उसके लिहाज से लगता है कि कांग्रेस सत्ता की तरफ आ रही है. उसके पीछे बड़े कारण हैं कर्मचारी, किसान और जो वंचित वर्ग है वो. यहां पर जो वंचित वर्ग है और मुस्लिम समुदाय है उसने पूरी तरह से कांग्रेस के पक्ष में मतदान किया है. साथ ही कर्मचारियों ने खुल करके सरकार का विरोध किया और उसका खामियाजा सरकार को भुगतना पड़ सकता है. तो इसी तरह से अलग अलग हिस्सों में किसानों की नाराजगी थी. खासतौर पर हाड़ौती की बात करें तो वहां पर लहसुन की खरीद को लेकर, मूंग की खरीद को लेकर, एमएसपी को लेकर के जो विवाद था, जो विरोध था सरकार का, वो कहीं न कहीं पोलराइज हुआ और उसका फायदा कांग्रेस को होने जा रहा है.
पर आप जो 114 का आंकड़ा बता रहे हैं कांग्रेस के लिए, वही बीजेपी का इंटरनल असेसमेंट है. प्रतीक, आपको क्या लगता है वहां क्या था जमीनी तौर पर मुद्दा? क्या था कि मोदी से बैर नहीं पर वसुंधरा तेरी खैर नहीं? क्या ये सेंटिमेंट देखा आपने?
ये था और ये था. मैं 2 बार गया, मैं शिवपाल जी से भी मिला था, शिवपाल जी से भी मेरी मुलाकात जयपुर में हुई. लेकिन ये 2 फेजेस में जब मैं राजस्थान गया और ये बात बहुत क्लियर थी वहां पे कि कांग्रेस आ रही. परसेप्शन था, परसेप्शन हम सबको मालूम है, परसेप्शन बहुत वाइटल प्ले करता है, रोल है उसका. लेकिन जहां पे वो थी कांग्रेस वहां पे नजर नहीं आई. जब मैं दोबारा गया आफ्टर दिवाली तो वहां पे वो नजर नहीं आ रही थी. लेकिन वो मैं जो पहले कह रहा हूं, क्या इतनी लीड थी कांग्रेस के पास वो कम हुई. बीजेपी के पास क्या इतना मटेरियल था सेकंड लास्ट राउंड में कि वो मार्जिन के पास आया है? नहीं. तो मुझे लगता है कि कांग्रेस के पास इतना मार्जिन है, इतनी लीड है, सरकार बनाने के
सरकार बनाने के
सरकार बना लेंगे.
The factor which is at play in Rajasthan is that the Congress party has done everything it could have done to lose this election in Rajasthan. And the Bharatiya Janata Party, realizing a little too late in the day, has done everything in order to play catch-up. This election in Rajasthan is not about Vasundhara Raje. This election in Rajasthan is about the BJP president. The BJP president, Amit Shah, out of all these states which have gone to polls, has personally micromanaged this entire election in Rajasthan. If the BJP does not win the state of Rajasthan, I think there will be some questions which will be raised.
Are you seriously suggesting that if Rajasthan, if the BJP loses Rajasthan, it will not be on Vasundhara, it will be on the BJP president?
No, I'm saying something else. That's not the point I'm making.
If it's victory, we know who will take the credit. But are you seriously suggesting that Vasundhara won't
be? And I don't agree that the Congress has done everything to lose.
Can I just complete? Let me just complete.
They've actually done what they've never done. That is trying to build up an organization. How a person like a Sachin Pilot, 4.5 years on the ground, not coming back to Delhi, how can we say this?
Just to rebut what Pallavi is saying, the reason why I'm saying the Congress has done everything that could have done to lose this election is look at their candidate selection. If the Congress was so very clear of getting this state right, in Madhya Pradesh I can understand it's a big state, what prevented them from awarding Sachin Pilot as a chief presidential candidate? And he deserves to be the chief presidential candidate.
श्रीपाल जी को पूछते हैं. श्रीपाल जी आप बताइए, बिफोर आई ब्रिंग इन जाका, 2 क्वेश्चंस आई वांटेड टू आस्क कि आप भूपेंद्र से इत्तेफाक रखते हैं कि नहीं, आप डिफर करना चाहेंगे? क्या कांग्रेस ने सही रणनीति अपनाई कि अशोक गहलोत अपने गढ़ में काम कर रहे थे, सचिन पायलट जहां जमीनी तौर पे उनकी मेहनत थी 4.5 साल की वो दिख रही है? आपको क्या लगता है? और फिर उसके बाद आप जरा राजपूत फैक्टर पर थोड़ा तवज्जो दीजिए एंड देन आई ब्रिंग इन जाका ऑन द मैजिक वॉल. आप बताइए जी श्रीपाल जी.
देखिए, कांग्रेस ने रणनीतिक तौर पर चूक करने में कहीं कोई कमी नहीं छोड़ी. जब टिकटों का वितरण हुआ तो उस वक्त कांग्रेस ने लूज किया. बीजेपी के पक्ष में यही चीजें गई, लेकिन बीजेपी के लिए दिक्कत ये थी कि डांगावास कांड की वजह से जहां पर 7 दलित मारे गए थे, उसका जो गुस्सा था वो इसके जरिए सामने आया। डेल्टा मेघवाल की जो हत्या हुई वो एक गुस्सा सामने था। चंद्रकांता मेघवाल के साथ में जो कुछ हुआ, जो बीजेपी की विधायक थी और इसी दलित समुदाय से थी, उसके साथ जो कुछ हुआ, तो वो जो मुद्दे थे उसकी वजह से पूरा वंचित वर्ग उसके साथ उसके खिलाफ खड़ा हो गया बीजेपी के। साथ ही जो मुस्लिम जो कैंडिडेट्स हैं जिनकी वजह से बीजेपी अच्छा परफॉर्म कर रही थी, नागौर जिले में, मारवाड़ के इलाके में, मुख्यमंत्री चाहती थी कि मुस्लिम समुदाय को उसमें तवज्जो दी जाए, लेकिन जो हिंदू कार्ड जिस तरह से बीजेपी ने खेला वो कहीं न कहीं मुसलमानों को और नाराज कर गया।
यूनुस खान को तो वापस लेके आए जब उनको पता लगा सचिन पायलट इलेक्शन।
यहाँ पर जो कायम खानी समुदाय है वो आमतौर पर बीजेपी को वोट करता है और उसका फायदा बीजेपी को हो सकता था। राजपूत फैक्टर की बात करें तो कांग्रेस से बड़ी उम्मीद थी राजपूत समुदाय को कि वो टिकटें उसकी बढ़ाएंगे, लेकिन टिकट कम हुई। इस बीच जो कांग्रेस ने है वो एक बड़ा कार्ड खेला मुख्यमंत्री वसुंधरा राजे के सामने, मानवेंद्र सिंह को उतार करके, और एक स्वाभिमान की लड़ाई में उसको बदल दिया। उसका फायदा ये हुआ कांग्रेस को कि जो राजपूत जो कहीं न कहीं वापस बीजेपी की तरफ शिफ्ट होता जा रहा था वो एक बार रुका और स्वाभिमान का मुद्दा बना करके वो कांग्रेस।
ठीक है, राजपूत फैक्टर आप कह रहे हैं कि कांग्रेस के शायद के अनुकूल नहीं जाएगा क्योंकि उन्होंने टिकटें कम।
राजपूत समुदाय ये बीजेपी के लिए एक बहुत बड़ा सेटबैक होगा।
अब बीजेपी के लिए क्यों सेटबैक होगा? राजपूत फैक्टर विद जाका एंड देन मारिया कम इन ऑन द।
We've talked about this, even yesterday. This is the Mewar region. This is Chittorgarh, Pratapgarh, Udaipur. BJP won big. They won 31 out of those 35 seats. There is anger. Rajputs are angry. Rajput women are angry. It's not just about, Padmavati that happened last year, but also about Anandpal Singh's killing. This same region in 2008 was completely Congress. Look at those numbers. 24 out of 35 was Congress in 2008. So if the Congress has played the Rajput card well, then this is the region where they would expect to do well. But I want to also focus on what Shripalji said about the Dalit factor. And there's something very interesting there. Look at the Dalit-dominated seats. There are about 30 seats, I think a little less than 30 seats. 27 seats where the Dalits are predominant, and many of these are reserved constituencies. BJP in 2013 won 23 out of 27. Now, I'm going to add another filter. In those 27 seats, how many seats did the BJP drop its sitting MLA? 15 out of 27, folks. That's more than half of the reserved constituencies. BJP dropped its sitting MLA. Constituency number 76, Bayana Reserve Constituency, MLA dropped. 75, Wire Reserve Constituency, MLA dropped. Katumar Reserve Constituency, MLA dropped. 95, Nivai Reserve Constituency, MLA dropped. The point I'm trying to make is that there was a problem. This whole Dalit anger because of the SC/ST Act issue, the Supreme Court verdict, the amendment in Parliament, there seems to me that the BJP sensed this Dalit consolidation, this Dalit anger against them. That's why they changed so many Dalit MLAs.
See, one quick, I have just about 2 minutes on this segment as far as Rajasthan is concerned. Maria, make your point. The other aspect is what happened between the SC/ST Act in Supreme Court and the ordinance in Parliament was also the upper caste retaliation on ground.
Look, what Zaka is talking about, that entire belt, Chittorgarh and all, I was there, I was traveling that region. One sense that you get across Rajasthan is people talk about change. Now then they start looking for multiple reasons as to why they want to vote out Vasundhara Raje. So in a belt around Savai Madhopur, you'll hear farmers talk about high prices of urea. Move towards Chittorgarh, it's about a reservation
Every
for
region
Rajput.
has an issue.
Yes, but then the reason is about voting out Vasundhara. So then it comes to local issues. That's where I think the BJP, when they started from where they were initially at 35-40 to now that they are saying could be 75-80, it's because of that they ensured that this entire election becomes localized and about candidates.
Perhaps a difference of opinion between Bhupen and Maria on whether this is about Amit Shah or this is about Vasundhara Raje. Pratik Trivedi wanted to say something. Pallavi, I'll come to you quickly on that. Yes, हाँ Pratik.
मैं एक बात है, चाहे आप साउथ ऑफ राजस्थान हो चाहे आप नॉर्थ ऑफ, इश्यूज लगभग एक थे। मुझे बहुत अच्छी तरह से याद है जब आपने डिबेट शुरू की
जी,
तो भूपेन ने बोला कि शिवराज जो हैं वो विलेन नहीं थे। राइट? अब मैं ये जानना चाहता हूं राजस्थान में क्या है स्टेटमेंट उनका।
बिल्कुल है, वसुंधरा राजे हैं विलन।
वसुंधरा राजे हैं विलन।
मैं सिर्फ कहने का प्रयास ये कर रहा था कि वसुंधरा राजे चूंकि विलन हैं, शायद इस बात को भारतीय जनता पार्टी की जो इकाई है, जो उनकी केंद्रीय नेतृत्व है, वो अच्छी तरीके से जानता है, लेकिन वो एक अलग डिबेट में चले जाएंगे हम उसमें कि वो मोदी जी और वसुंधरा राजे के बीच उसमें क्या इक्वेशन था, इसे शायद बीजेपी लेट आई, लेकिन आई उसके बाद अगर इन सारे राज्यों में किसी ने कोई कैंपेन पूरी तरीके से मैनेज किया है
तो वो अमित शाह ने किया।
अमित शाह ने
जी प्रतीक,
वो मिलन है, इसलिए आ रही है।
जी प्रतीक
सेकंड पॉइंट
जी,
आफ्टर टिकट डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन, आफ्टर टिकट डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन बीजेपी ऊपर आई, कांग्रेस नीचे गई।
करेक्ट
पॉइंट,
करेक्ट। तो अगर बीजेपी ऊपर आई है और कांग्रेस नीचे गई है, तो यानी यह है कि जो कांग्रेस पहले 150 सीटों से जीत रही थी, अब 115 सीटों से जीत रही है। ऐसा आकलन है बाहर जमीन पर। शिवपाल जी भी ये कह रहे हैं, बीजेपी कहती है कि क्योंकि हमने टिकटें सही बांटी इसलिए हम 115 सीटें जीतेंगी। फैसला तो 11 तारीख को होगा। बट पल्लवी, what is happening internally within the Congress party after the exit polls? You spoke to Sachin Pilot at close quarters. You spoke to the BJP.
The picture says it all. That extra effort is being made, was made to show a united front. Rahul Gandhi, Gehlot and Sachin Pilot. It's going to be a very difficult choice if the Congress party comes to power. Will you reward someone who's young, who's worked on the ground, because that's what Rahul wants of the Congress, or will you have to go back to someone like...
Or will they just look at the margin of victory?
No,
or will no clarity within Rahul Gandhi's mind?
Or will after 4 years, the sweep, if it's 115 plus, Sachin is automatically the choice. If it's closer to 100,
if it's a wafer-thin majority for the Congress party, then it's Gehlot, because
just like I was saying, the margin of victory will decide.
He's blamed for the defeat of CP Joshi by 1 vote.
Margin of victory will decide. I have limited time. Sorry, have to move on from Rajasthan. Mizoram we can't ignore, because there is a narrative swinging there. It's something where Lal Tanawala and the Congress party might just be ousted by NEDA because of the MNF. Karishma Hasnath, thank you for your patience. We have not forgotten Mizoram. Come on and tell us what happened there. 2 exit polls, both say that the MNF is ahead of the Congress party. Go ahead, Karishma.
But Anand, thank you so much for finally giving me the chance to speak on Mizoram. But keeping aside the survey projections, let me first tell you a little about Mizoram. So, this state where 87% people are Christians, we have seen during the polling process that people, before casting their ballot, say a silent prayer. And on ground, we have equal number of Congress loyalists and MNF supporters.
Right.
When we speak to our sources on ground, we get to know that the Congress loyalists still predict that it will be a majority for the Congress. They have given 20 to 25 to the Congress, and MNF supporters have given their party 18 to 22. But in both cases, and bringing in the exit polls, it's advantage MNF, the Mizo National Front, which is the largest regional party in the NDA-led government and is also a part of NEDA. P. Zoramthanga has led Mizoram in 1998 and 2003.
Yes.
And this time, the Congress is battling against anti-incumbency, and there's a growing fatigue among people because of the lack of development. So, when we spoke to the MNF chief, Zoramthanga, he clearly said that there is no question of post-poll alliance between the BJP, though the Congress has been alleging that there is a shadow alliance between the BJP and the MNF. Zoramthanga used good humor in saying that my wife is in very good health and I don't need any girlfriends. But we have to see after the results, on counting day, how far this stands true. Because NEDA convener,
but do you see NEDA, Himanta Biswa Sharma coming out and saying, see, I have achieved my mission. I have made the northeast of India Congress Mukt. Will he be sitting at CNN News 18 and saying that on the evening of December 11th? Is that likely?
The exuberance, the confidence that he exuberates, Himanta Biswa Sharma went on record to say that there will be no government in Mizoram without the BJP.
Right.
So that clearly says it all, that the BJP will use whatever means to capture this last bastion of the Congress in Northeast. And if that happens, the Congress will be left without a government in a region that sends 24 MPs to the Lok Sabha.
Right.
So we have to wait and watch as to how this unfolds. But of course,
no, Karishma.
Since 2014, BJP has been winning one state of the...
Complete.
Yeah, since 2014, BJP has been winning one state after the other, but Mizoram has not been easy for the BJP. When we went to Aizawl, we could see that on ground, there was a strong anti-Christian tag against the BJP, and the party failed to make inroads into Aizawl, but they were campaigning actively in the minority areas in southern Mizoram and southwestern Mizoram, which is dominated by the Brus and the Chakmas. So that if the BJP even wins a seat, it will be from this areas that is dominated by the Brus.
Well, Karishma, 3 minutes for you on this 50-minute show. but those 3 minutes well played. I have to say that. But I'm sorry that we could not have too many because we have too much of ground to cover. But this is important. This is important because the BJP is looking at targeting those 21 seats, Lok Sabha seats that come from the northeast of India. Why? Because they are going to lose ground in some of their bastions, just like these exit polls predict. Final 2 minutes to all our panelists. I'm just going to quickly put this question and go out to our News 18 Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh and Rajasthan heads. Sir, 15 seconds. What do you make of the battle for the states? PC Ota, let me start with you. Your assessment after seeing the exit polls, after seeing the campaign, what do you think in terms of the narrative building for Lok Sabha 2019? Let's talk about Chhattisgarh. Will it be 10-1 in favor of the BJP as on date before the results are announced? Do you see that happening again?
No, that is not happening again, but one thing is very clear, Raman Singh has emerged as a much bigger leader. Because this time even people demanded more public rally of Dr. Raman Singh than Modi or Amit Shah. So this is a remarkable change in the narrative.
So 10-1 in Chhattisgarh not happening. Sorry, I have limited time. So I'm going to cut you.
Take your distribution.
Sorry, PC Ota, I have limited time. So I'm just going to stick to that question and go to Praveen Dubey. Praveen, बताइए, मध्य प्रदेश 27 out of 29 रिपीट करेंगे लोकसभा में, लग रहा है आपको?
देखिए, तय होगा केवल जो नतीजे आते हैं उसके हिसाब से, लेकिन ये बात तय है कि मोदी और अमित शाह दोनों की डिपेंडेंसी अगर हम इस इलेक्शन में देखें तो शिवराज के ऊपर ही थी, शिवराज पर ही केंद्रित था। उन्होंने पूरे भाषण पर शिवराज को एज हीरो प्रेजेंट किया। तो ये तय होगा, यदि मान लीजिए शिवराज गवर्नमेंट बनाने में सफल हो पाते हैं यहाँ पर, तो ये तय है कि लोकसभा में भी वो पूरी जान लगा देंगे और फायदा पहुंचाएंगे।
लेकिन 27 सीटें जीतना नामुमकिन लग रहा है इस वक्त, सूरत हाल अगर ऐसा है। श्रीपाल जी बताइए, राजस्थान में 25 में से 25 मिलेंगे? श्रीपाल जी, audio is not through. I'm sorry, I do not have the time. Quickly into the studio. Do you see this defense of the 63 seats is going to be very tough?
No, I don't. So irrespective of, even if we were to go by Surjit Balla's numbers, who's the only pollster predicting that all these three states, Rajasthan, Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh, going to the BJP, even in that scenario, I don't foresee the BJP repeating the Lok Sabha performance of 2014 and 2019.
You don't see that. Shireen,
that's pretty much what the markets are factoring in as well. It is still advantage BJP, but not a repeat of what we saw in 2014.
Well, they were in 6 states, then they're in 19 states now. There are other states they are focusing on. Telangana, for that matter, they would want to get and do better, perhaps, than that 1 out of 17. And then there are other markets too. That is a separate debate in itself, a separate platform in itself. This is Mahabharat 2019 that we are building up to. Thank you, everyone. It's good to have you all together in one studio, one space, and one show, because there are so many thoughts that have come through. We hope to do this more often. Hope you enjoyed this, trying to make sense of the exit polls. We'll do that even post the Super Tuesday. Building up to that here on CNN News 18. Stay with us on India's election headquarters. Bye for now.